Report.
June.
Oh, no, don't say that to me because I will believe you.
June
Yes,
2nd.
so high already. Sorry. All right. We've got 3 sets of minutes to review, so let's start with February 2024. Has everyone had a chance to look them over?
I'll move the approval of the minutes. February 20th.
And I will second that.
All right. All in
So I
favor
didn't find anything wrong with
of the
them.
approval of the minutes? for
Not that I can
February
remember.
20th?
Right.
That's right.
Do you need another minute to look them over?
No,
No?
I was just trying to figure out why I hadn't met you, but I was doing the poll May 20th, that's why I wasn't there.
No. All right, all in favor of the approval of the minutes?
I,
Any opposed? Extensions? Okay. Minutes are approved.
Yes.
We can go around them again. March 18th, 2024 regular meeting minutes.
I also didn't see any problem with these when I read them, so I will make a motion that we approve them.
I'll second.
Anybody else have any comments, any corrections?
Yeah, wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
I just noticed it now. It says disclaimer, these minutes have not yet been approved by the Inland Wetland Commission. We're not the Inland Wetlands Commission.
That's the March one you're talking about?
Yeah, at the very end,
Disclaimer at the end, yeah.
disclaimer. These minutes, and I missed that. I just overread it until just now.
That's not part of the minutes, so it's under all this stuff.
Yeah, it's not part of it.
To see
So,
here, the
next
entire
meeting
meeting,
minutes, okay,
and
well.
copy and paste.
Oh, well. I'm sorry.
All right. Do you want to amend?
Well,
your-
since we're approving the minutes now. It would be approved by us, but I just noticed that line. It's
Said
not
the
part of
same
the
thing.
minutes. It's not officially part of the minutes.
They're also on the February minutes. They
Yeah,
It's,
and I
uh,
think
February-
it's under, I bet it'll be there all the time.
Yeah,
Because when she sends them out. We haven't approved them yet.
Yeah, it's on
Yeah.
all three
But
sets
it
of
needs to be
minutes.
the Conservation Commission, not the inland.
yeah.
wetlands. Okay, do you want to
And
amend
it's not part of
your motion to? approve that?
No, because that's not part of the minutes. So,
Okay. All right, okay, all in favor of the motion on the table? Any opposed? Okay, the March 18th minutes are approved. All right, and now the, May 20th, 2024 regular meeting minutes. Wait, I think you saw something in there, didn't you? It's got the same thing on this.
I don't think it's not anything.
Oh, I see something under agent report. The third sentence, it says wetlands and Blythe enforcement, but it should say blight. BLIGHT.
Yeah,
I didn't hear your comments, Meg.
Oh, under my agent report and the third line down, towards the end, it says. Previously in the town of Spencer, Massachusetts, and for the past 5 years, she was doing zoning enforcement, wetlands, and should say blight, BLIGHT.
Oh,
Would anyone like to make a motion to accept the minutes with that one spelling correction?
so move.
Second,
I'll second it.
any other comments? People are still reading. All right, all in favor of leaving on the table? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Any abstentions? Okay.
Well, I wasn't here, so I wasn't voting.
Are you abstaining?
I guess I would have to abstain then.
Abstaining. Okay, Sarah. All right, financial matters. Treasurer.
Financial matters, let's see. The available budget, let's see, this is as of, seems to be
May 30th?
May 30th. It was, it says $1,049. We've used up 97.4%. Right, because I believe it changes in July or August.
July, give July 1st. All right. Anybody have any questions on the budget? Not the budget report.
No?
Before we get into correspondence, would we like to just go around the table and introduce ourselves to Margaret again? I know we did that in.
Would you like to know who
May.
we all are, Meg?
Yes, I
Yeah.
would.
But you might get everyone through a tiny little screen. So. If you want to start.
No, but I will. Hi, Dave Clark, been living in Thompson for 40 some odd years now. Grew up in Worcester, had 3 careers, the last one of which I was a biology and science teacher up in Worcester. Currently retired. And originally joined this group because they were having trouble making a forum. And so I said, I can do that. So I'm a warm body, but I'm much more active than that.
Great background for a commission member.
Well, I'm Carol Smith and I've lived here, I'll just say all my life.
Hi, Carol.
Meg, she's my sister.
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay, Pete Cummins. I'm from Massachusetts. I've only been here 9 years. And I work on the old cemeteries with Norma. That's about it.
And I'm Norma, and you've known me for many years.
And I'm Judy Rondo. I've been, I don't know, involved with Wetlands, Conservation Commission, Agriculture Commission when it first started. Bunch of different things.
Pat Cheever, I've been in Thompson since 1970. I think I'm probably the newest one in the group here. I've only been here, what, a couple of years, I think.
It's more than me.
Oh, really? Oh.
Is that it? That's all you're gonna say?
Well, I joined it to, you know, because of plants and animals and insects and everything, so that's my thing.
I'm a gardener, Sue Wheeler, and a bunch of other things too. Ex-blacksmith and farrier.
Oh, boy.
gardener at the Hole in the Wall game camp and, have a very concerned attitude about the environment.
Very good.
Us. Okay, thanks, everybody.
Gloria's hiding up in the barn.
All right, do we have any correspondence, Margaret?
No,
Well, that makes that easy. Did you have the opportunity to put a report together for us? or
yes,
do you
it's,
wanna-
it's very brief and I'll show it
That's
to you. I did a couple of inspections and that's what's on my report for this month. 2 Buckley Hill Road at the last meeting, someone had asked me to do an inspection there.
That was probably me.
And then 423, this, the subdivision we're gonna talk about tonight, so I'll go to the Buckley Hill Road inspection report. I inspected and took photos at your request. Sediment controls were documented and approved. At the north end of the site, loam has been spread. Seed's been spread and it's germinated and grass is beginning to stabilize exposed areas. I didn't have any concerns for wetlands or conservation while I was there. As you can see, the silt fence along the canal.
That's along, sorry, the back of the property?
Yeah, that's on the
Uh-huh.
west side,
So-
some of it is. And some of it's on the south side. But you can see, you know, there is, where he's gotten the loam down, the grass is growing.
Yeah, I noticed that today when I drove by.
So,
Did you have any concerns about that big stockpile that's right by the road?
not really,
Because there
that's,
was
you know,
erosion, the silt fence, I mean, around that
oh,
originally, and
I
they
think they're,
pretty much buried it.
okay,
And I was concerned that there might be runoff from that into the road during heavy rains, because it's so close to the road.
yeah, it is kind of unusual to have it right out in the front.
Yeah.
Is this part of where the 3 duplexes are?
Yes.
Is this what- Yeah,
The old doctor's office.
How long ago was that approved?
Technically, at one point, there was approval long time ago for like
yeah.
19 apartments.
wow.
Yeah. So keep that in mind.
That was.
That was
not-
probably 20 years ago.
Oh, good.
So
No,
it's
no
probably
wonder
more
we
like an
don't-
apartment house they were gonna put in more than, but then they decided. to
It was
do-
19 or 20,
Hmm.
so, because I looked into it.
Well, they didn't take any farmland, they put them all together.
Yeah.
Great, thank you, Margaret, for checking it out.
You're welcome.
But where are they going to park? Is there parking there?
There's hardly any room for any
Running around,
around.
that's all.
Yeah,
We looked at that and we said, boy, sometimes when people are gonna park, you know, it might be a little tricky, but they'll have
Especially
to all
when
work
they-
together.
Have more than 2 cars,
Mhm.
or a child has their car and the parents each have a car, good luck.
yeah,
Well,
yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Plus
what's
the
all-
fact that
all
it's a
landscaped
crappy
out.
piece of land.
You know, well, maybe it'll be more like retirement type people,
It's really not marketed towards young families as much as it is to retirement and
Yeah.
maybe young professionals.
Hmm,
The starting price on the units, I think, are $400,000.
Good gosh.
So,
but you do have young people who don't plan on having a fit, you know what I mean, that are in their 40s that, you know,
yeah.
because you've got stairs, so really elderly might not.
Where does that say something that we consider 40-year-olds young people?
They just one bedroom, maybe?
no,
Or
I'm
two?
not positive, but they're definitely not just 1 bedrooms.
I think they're like 2 or
2 or
3.
3.
Are
Yeah,
they really? Okay.
Yeah.
and I bet
don't
there's a
remember
bathroom and half, yeah.
They're
when we
decent
saw the
square
plan
footage,
years ago,
too.
They even showed, you know, the,
It's 200.
that level of detail.
I just don't understand how.
Yeah,
it got
because
so
they had to have an HOA.
A month?
Like, you know what it was, what do they call it,
Because
their
it's not sewer,
grandfather,
it's,
you know, they're
yeah.
like grandfather in or something.
A month.
For what?
For the.
Well, sometimes
For
things
using that
get
land.
approved, like in my
That's
area,
not retired.
it's because it was grandfathered in, you know, the 50 by 100 lots and different things, yeah.
Yeah, after it had passed years ago for what was proposed, it would have been very difficult for planning and zoning to say, oh, not here.
Yeah.
So I guess they could have, but
Anyway, it's a done deal,
Yeah, can't do much with it now.
except collect taxes.
Yep, that's right.
All right. Okay, do we, I don't know, Margaret, if you wanted to say anything about the Patel parcel, or if you wanna wait till we get to new business.
Oh, well, I think I have an inspection report on this one that I wanted to show you.
Okay,
Friend of the neighborhood said something.
they've already started clearing the site, right?
Well, there used to be a house there and it was demolished.
Was that the old house?
That's Dr. Wilson's.
Where is it? This,
No, we're talking about the Passay Road subdivision now.
yeah, I was wondering if this was the one that Dan was talking about, the really, really old house with the barn.
Yeah. There's some photos of that. So I met Janet, inspected and took photos. We looked at the culvert where they're going to make the culvert safer, and I'll show you some photos of that. I asked Janet to add some more limits of disturbance or erosion controls on the 3 lots with work closest to the wetland, and she agreed to do it. Originally, when we went out there, we were working off of the version 1 plans. And then she came back in with the version 2 plans, which are what got approved, and I did bring this set down, and I'm sorry that I didn't get a set or ask him to submit. What do you typically have developers submit a set of plans to this commission, or do you just get to look at the wetlands one?
Well, I think, I'm not entirely sure.
Okay,
Dan would have a full-size set for us to look at.
Okay.
But they may have been the wetlands set, and then we would have the small, 11.5 by 17
I
that
think
we
that,
could individually look at, but we can, with the screen, we can probably open up. PDF
yeah,
on
another
the
thing
screen as well.
I asked him to do was to show the wetlands across the street as being closer to the road than what on the version 1 plans they were shown as being further away, taken off the soil survey. And then they were obviously just at the toe of the slope, so that's another revision. Joe from the DPW was supposed to join us, he wasn't able to. And so the sediment this is mostly stuff that, Wetlands Commission was interested in, but we can look at the permanently preserved part. The sediment 4 bay is gonna be lined with stones from the site. And she added inverts, elevations on both ends of the pipe under the shared driveway. And so here's some photos. This is the culvert that right now isn't very safe. It's gonna be made safer because the car could just go flying off the road there. There's a crack in the road where the culvert is. There's wetlands across the street where the skunk cabbage is. So this culvert, in this area, there's gonna be a much bigger little drainage basin at that culvert so that the town can clean it out. And now most of these other pictures are taken in the area to be permanently preserved. And when you look at the plans, you'll see that the frontage of that's a very, very wide stone wall running through the conservation easement area. Stout Brook flows through there, which is the same brook that flows by the highway department.
Yep.
And the frontage on this preserved piece is almost exactly the same width as the frontage on the part that's to be developed, which is about 400 feet. And sorry, trying to get to the plans. And it's about 4 acres, this the permanently protected portion. Oops, oops, put it back on. One more time. You can shrink it down to.
The schools, and that might give you more
Yeah. that would be
space.
much better.
Right up here, just excavate there. There you go.
I don't know if I can shrink it. Is there a way to reduce the size of the whole thing?
Yes, right, yeah.
Yeah, the lower.
Oh,
right.
thanks.
And up on the screen, if you scroll it down, it's pretty big now. There you go.
So the lots to be developed are on the right, and there's a full-size set here if anybody wants to pass this around. So this area shown in green is to be permanently preserved. And the brook flows through there.
How large is the parcel and how many acres have they developed?
Let's see, I think I'm gonna have to go to a different page to try to capture that information for you.
So they're gonna put in a guardrail or something at that culvert, or?
It's gonna have something similar to a bollard that just sticks up straight to keep people from driving into it. I'm not sure, I can't remember the term Janet used, but it's, you know, you can see it on here. You wanna see what actually is getting installed there.
Cause we've
The
got
detail of the,
over on Baker Road and they put guardrails up and it's not even on a turn and somebody hit the guardrail,
on what road? What road?
Baker Road, right before the state forest.
There's a detail of the four-way.
And this one's on a corner on a turn. Not that I care when people go off the road, but when they go into wetlands, it messes stuff up.
So there's this land extends all the way, the lots all have frontage on both Passay Road and Stewicki.
So Patel is doing the one on Passay Road?
This one is on Passay Road. And this is Sunny Patel.
One lot subdivision, that one like you said?
You know something, I don't have those numbers off the tip of my tongue of how many acres it is and how many.
That's all right.
It's about 4 acres of it's gonna be permanently protected though. It's that great big dog leg there.
Oh, yeah. And you get to it through the hospital.
Is that all a separate lot?
Sixteen houses.
The part that Southbrook goes through?
Well, no, it's all, right now, it's all part of the same subdivision and it's going to be permanently protected through this process of when it has to go to the Planning and Zoning Commission.
Yeah, I just,
But right now, it's all 423 Passay Road.
okay, so that's all part of
Right,
whatever that. I don't know which.
it's that
I
big
guess
dog
the
leg that
northern
sticks up
yeah.
to the north is,
Margaret, when she said like the parcel of the 18.6.
are you getting that out of your minutes? Okay. 18.6. And out of it, about 4 are gonna be permanent, here it is, 4.12 acres to be permanently preserved. Area equals 18.6, yep, it's on here. Anybody want to see this plan or is same one that's,
Has wetlands,
approved it,
oh,
Yeah.
wetlands has approved? it?
right,
Oh, okay.
got signed, you know, it's gonna be signed tomorrow, excuse me, tomorrow morning. Excuse me, they voted to approve it. It's
Okay.
just a conceptual approval,
Right, yeah,
so when each lot comes back to be developed, it will get an individual permit if there's work in the upland.
okay, so
Review
they're not
area.
looking for an opinion from us then. This is a courtesy to let us know that they've approved it.
Well, since you're advisory to all the other commissions in town, you could certainly say, I suppose, to the Planning and Zoning Commission, whether you think this is a good idea. The interesting thing about this, you can't see it on this sheet, but you can see it on the next sheet, is that wetland is actually uphill of all the development. So let me, which is nice, because the sediment won't be flowing towards it.
Right.
That wetland is uphill and there's some runoff that comes down off Stewicki Road, which is up higher, and that runoff is intercepted by that wetland. And so here, visual barrier they're putting up is more to just to represent to the people operating equipment, not to go closer to the wetlands than it is to keep sediment from flowing into them because it's uphill.
Is that little wetland isolated? It doesn't look like, I mean, I don't see like a stream coming out of it or anything.
No, it looks like it is isolated.
Okay.
Although I'm not sure on the left
Yeah,
side,
I mean,
no, I guess on the left, on the right side, it just keeps going off the property and that's not
Right.
closed off there.
Yeah, are there any? Did wetlands discuss anything about, you know, how to keep people from encroaching on it if they decide they wanna make their backyards bigger? I mean, that house on the left is a little far from it.
It's very steep and rocky up towards the Stoicki roadside in the rear.
but- Okay.
If they would
Yeah,
have,
'cause you
as-
see, it looks
you know,
steep and
what-
then it flattens out where the wetland is. and
They,
then it
they
starts-
did talk about it, and what the answer seemed to be is that people would have to come back if they want to do any work on the rear of those lots. And so, because they know they'd have to come back for individual approvals, they were just satisfied with seeing that this met. You know, this got health department approval, and they were comfortable with what Janet had drawn up for this one.
I'm just kind of questioning whether conservation is on that area, but there's no disturbance proposed. And the area that does have disturbance proposed. There's no easement on that wetland.
Say that again.
The wetland that's behind the houses, that's the one that is probably more in danger of being disturbed than the one off to the left. Because there's no development off to the left. So I'm just curious why they proposed the easement on that wetland rather than the one behind the houses, which is more likely to be disturbed if someone wants to make a bigger backyard so they can put up a swing set for their kids or something.
Well, who decides what piece is gonna be?
Oh, it's on a
preserved?
hill, and that
Well,
wetland's
that's-
uphill. with all
that's
the
still
work.
developing, so it
Right.
would-
Isn't that what she said it was all rocky?
Yeah, it's not big village.
No swimming pool, that's for sure.
They put them above ground.
Well, each lot will have to come back for a permit, and if
Good
they
luck
wanna
with that.
encroach on it, we'll have to, address it at that time.
That won't happen. People do it anyway.
I don't have any other comments.
If they started disturbing it, they'd end up with water or anything coming down in the yard, wouldn't they? If they tried to.
Well, if they're disturbing, if they're actually
Yeah.
disturbing the ground surface, yeah. I was thinking more clearing, when people decide they want a bigger backyard. And they start clearing, and the next thing you know, it's wet, so then they're building fill.
So Janet showed temporary construction fence on this plan as a visual barrier to keep
To keep the excavators out, yeah.
the
Okay.
machines from going beyond
Yeah.
the limit of development.
Is the limit of development essentially the edge of the wetland review area? I can't really tell. It wouldn't be for that house, the right-hand house, because that's within the wetland review area. But well, I guess the wetlands above it, that's not a big deal.
Those are all stone walls, those heavy lines.
The limit of disturbance is right
It's a
here,
stone wall.
right? They're actually putting let me see, I'm not sure if this is might be the version
It's
one
got a stone
plan.
wall through the-
Here's the version two plan, sorry, and this shows, this is the orange temporary construction fence
Mhm.
that tell them they can't go beyond that point while they're working with the machines. But they're not, they're not, that wall is not being
Yeah, it's
removed.
good to have a wall. That's a nice physical barrier.
And where this big old house was, where the house was, there is the foundation of a great big barn over on the lot on the left, furthest on the left.
They took
You
the
you
house.
can see here, I think
Yeah.
that's where the house used.
The house used to be,
Yeah, right here.
nobody wanted to buy it and restore it. It was on the market for $500.
Yeah, great big foundation of a barn, right? No, there's the foundation is there, lots of stones.
Yeah, this was the house, this was the barn.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, the house is to the left of the proposed house and the barn is to the right of the proposed house.
Oh, I see it now. Yep, thank you. Well, I don't have any other comments. Does anybody else have any comments that we want to share with wetlands?
Well, it has to go to the planning and zoning commission next, that's my understanding. So. If you had any comments, they'd probably go to them.
No, I think they got all the important things covered well.
Okay.
I don't know that I'd want to live
Yeah, thank
downstream
you.
from the
Well,
wetlands. But I'm not moving there. And this is gonna be wells and septic, right?
right. So I was able to find an old set of bylaws and I apologize, somehow we weren't able to get Dan's write-up.
Yeah, I sent that to you. Did you see it? I sent it on.
It didn't,
Friday.
there wasn't anything attached. And I forwarded it to Gloria, I couldn't see that it was attached.
I may have forgotten to attach it. If I did, I apologize. All right, well, we can revisit that next month then,
The bylaws.
and I'll send it to you again.
Oh, so you have Dan's marked up set?
I was able to find them, yeah. He emailed them to us. I think after the February meeting. Because we talked about it in February, I think, and that's when we went through it and made.
Going through it, I don't remember getting a copy.
Yeah, and he sent, I think it was for the March meeting, he sent it. Check your emails, there were a bunch of attachments.
Yeah.
For the March meeting, so it's one.
Because I remember us having a lot of discussion on it, but I didn't remember getting a
Yeah.
copy.
Yeah, well, I read through it and he captured everything.
Sometimes
that-
my email goes to junk mail.
I remember you said that was quite a problem.
Yeah. I have no idea why. And junk mail comes in, no problem, but
So have you got the changes or recommendations there?
Yeah, I do, but
Then we go through them quickly or they just fail.
I mean, there aren't that many, I guess. Did everyone pick up the copy, Margaret?
Of what?
Of the bylaws? Margaret?
Yeah.
Yeah. Printed up the originals for us, everyone has
Okay.
one.
Oh my God, they don't have it, so I'll reach. Can we go through them quickly?
Yeah, so for Article 3, under mission. We struck in the mission of. You know what, let me just have a copy of this too. Just so I can make it up.
yeah, there is a,
Properly. Yeah, it says the Thompson's Conservation Commission. So Dan struck. Thompson, so it just reads the Conservation Commission.
On the last page of this, for some reason, there's a different mission.
yeah, there is a mission statement on the back. You got the proposed one?
Interesting, we can look at it and decide if we want to update it. It looks like that must come from the website. Okay, and then in the second not the second sentence, sorry, the second line. After open spaces, we added, and conduct educational outreach to citizens. What page you on? Still
First
under the
page.
mission.
Article 3.
Do you have a copy, Sue?
What's his
Oh, is there
mission?
one there? I didn't get
Yeah.
a copy of that. I thought I got it.
Under Article 3
Article 3.
3, yeah, which is the mission.
on the front page.
Yeah. So you see in the second line, after open spaces,
And what have you added?
and conduct educational outreach to citizens. Period. And then we start a new sentence. The commission serves in an advisory capacity. So we just broke that up.
And we're taking the apostrophe S off of Thompson. The Thompson Conservation Commission. Without the apostrophe S.
Oh, we could do that too. He had just struck Thompson altogether, but we
Okay.
could make it just the mission of the Thompson Conservation Commission, which actually I like better. I don't know if everybody
Could you run
agrees.
that, again?
The very first sentence in the mission. The
Yeah.
mission of, right now it reads the Thompson's Conservation Commission. So Margaret suggested we just strike the apostrophe S and say the Thompson Conservation Commission.
Yeah.
Which I think makes more sense than
Makes a lot more sense.
the word altogether. Okay,
Just to inventory and conserve Thompson stuff. Yeah, you started something about conduct education and I.
yep, that's
Right
after
after.
open spaces, yeah,
Could you read that again?
sure. Do you want me to read the whole sentence for you, or just kind of start?
Just what comes in after open
Okay,
space.
so and open spaces, okay, and conduct educational outreach to citizens. And then, sorry.
That sounds good.
Okay, and then we start a new sentence. The commission serves in an advisory capacity to the Board of Selectmen, and so the rest of that sentence is the same. So we just break that into two sentences.
Once we've addressed this, then we'll have it all the way it should be, a copy, right?
Let's see, the next proposed change.
Gloria, you're the one who's gonna make up this revised bylaw?
I'm gonna type all this.
Well, I'm just asking who is supposed to? It's
You.
supposed to be me, okay, okay.
All right, so the next one is Article 7.
Is there an extra copy? I think I made 10 copies of the bylaws, is there another one?
Yeah,
Great.
I go Article 4.
all right, so I'm sorry, it was, Article 7, so it's officers and their duties, and it's section 5.
I don't have Article.
I don't either. Is that missing?
I go from Article 4 to Article 8.
Hey,
And where's? Well, that's not it. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I looked at so far over. The
Oh,
article.
yeah.
Election of officers.
Yeah, that's all.
Well, that's,
Oh, this is commission made, that's all.
What about the
okay, I don't know, I'm not sure why, but section 5 is what we want to look at on that page.
Does Dan, do you have Dan set there that he marked up?
They don't have 5, 6, and 7.
I've got,
No,
yeah, I've got what he emailed.
Does his go Article 4 to Article 5? And it's not skip right to 8?
Article 4.
That's a whole bunch of stuff.
No, this has everything.
And then it goes to Article 8, as you
I don't
said.
know.
Yeah.
You have one that's got the works?
Well, this is the red line copy that Dan had sent out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe we
But
should,
this is actually the right page. That's section 5, yes.
4 section.
That starts with the secretary shall.
Yep.
So,
Page 4, section 5.
They know what.
Section 5, the secretary shall record the minute.
Yes, it's from page 2 to page 4.
yeah, for whatever reason, but there weren't any changes in there, so.
Right here, he's talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, got this moved down.
All right, so we had suggested that we change that to recording secretary. Because we don't have a secretary as an officer.
on section 5, the recording
Section 5,
secretary.
Yeah,
The same on 6.
so a recording secretary shall record, and then on 1, 2, 3, line 4. Right after where it says the conservation officer,
Mhm.
and we added and to that. So, and provide notice of all meetings to commission members. And then we struck, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we struck line 5 after members. We struck line 6, we struck line 7. We struck the first half of line 8. So that whole sentence, because it's talking about the secretary being a commission member.
Hey,
Oh,
Julie,
yeah.
just a question.
Mhm.
So you, as a commission, you've worked on these bylaws. And Dan sent you a red
A
line
red line,
document of what you would work on. It probably would have been helpful if everybody had the red line version, rather than everybody being forced to make notes on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anything.
I'll see if I can find them tonight.
Because that way also Margaret doesn't have to sit there and type out the bylaws all from scratch.
She tried to email it to me today and it didn't come through. So
Okay.
for some reason, but I agree that it's just. I need to have that version in order to.
Yeah, I'll email this out again. I can't guarantee I'll be able to do it tonight, but.
We have a color copier that can do it.
Yeah.
Oh, I could, ooh, no, not a color copier, no.
Do you wanna table it until we all can sit down and look at this together with the red line?
But I could
Yeah, we
copy,
can
Judy,
continue
did
it
you want
next
me to
week.
if I scan it into my email from the copier here, I could maybe send it out.
Yeah,
to
well,
everybody.
I've got it at home because I found it to print it. so-
Okay.
All right,
I'm
it took
glad
me a while to
somebody
find
found
because
it.
I wasn't sure which month we did it.
It's been a little chaotic.
That was the biggest part of it. There was something about the election of officers. We just, we made a tweak there. And then, yeah, that was really about it. So there weren't really too many changes that were needed. Amy, I did want to ask you, once we've approved these, do they need to go to like the town attorney or
I-
anything?
Well, we could run it past the town attorney, and then it obviously gets put on file in the town clerk's office. I think.
Yeah, I just wasn't.
But
sure
happy to
what
run it by the town
process
attorney
was.
if
So,
the
I was gonna ask
commission
Renee.
chooses.
but-
Yep. It never hurts.
Do you want,
I don't think we're saying anything outrageous.
Right.
do you wanna go over it as a commission at the next meeting with the red line version and then have me type up the changes? Or do you want me to have a go
Well,
at,
I think if we just approve it, I'll send this out to everybody and we'll review it at the next meeting and then,
okay,
yeah, and then it'll be approved or accepted or whatever, and then, yeah, you can go ahead and make the final amended copy. Yeah. Okay, well, the next order of business is the Patel subdivision, which we just looked at, so I guess we're all set with that. We don't have any citizens for citizen comments.
Yes, we do. Me.
Or do you want to be a members forum comment?
Oh, yes, that's right. Makes sense, that's right. I want to be a members.
Okay, members forum, are there any members comments?
Yes, okay, Amy knows I had a problem with the milkweed being cut down. Did you see anything, are they gonna leave what's there?
So I don't know who did it because, well, I know who did
They
it.
did
It
it
was,
at the
it was
library
our
too, by the
maintenance.
way.
It was our maintenance person.
Right,
I don't know who did it at the library,
I
but our,
think it's must have been the town, both.
no,
No?
it wasn't. It was, so the person that's in charge of the grounds. I'm not positive if Marie gave him direction. She said she didn't. He just thought he was doing something good. I was kind of disheartened. I did not know it was milkweed. But I thought it looked awesome.
I came to take pictures and it was like.
Yeah, so in the future, if it comes back up, it's gonna sit.
No, it will, it grows under.
Will it come back up this year?
It wasn't this nice last year.
No, it
So when it
wasn't.
came up this year with the rain and everything, it was like beautiful.
Yeah.
But there's still young ones coming up.
There's
Okay.
still some coming and there'll be
Yeah.
more.
Okay.
So there will be, so
Well, we've been
hopefully.
trying to figure out what we were going to
It's-
do with that,
Mhm.
and when it came up, I thought to myself, so when Brian did it. I was kind of like, oh, shoot, because that was really looking good. Again, not knowing what it was, but I can assure you if it continues and if it comes back strong like
There
that
are
again,
some,
it'll
there,
stay.
I already checked it out. There are some coming up, so.
You'll have to maybe show them to me.
Pardon?
Show them to me before you go, so I can talk to Brian
I
specifically.
don't know if
about
you'll be
it.
able to see it in stock, but
Oh, okay.
I'll stop by another day, huh?
Okay,
Where were you talking?
On the other doorway,
Oh,
there's a
just-
whole area.
Oh, for crying out loud.
it was really beautiful. It
It
looked like
was.
it looked like a hedge. It looked
Yeah,
like
it
shrubbery,
did.
like a nice
I know,
hedge. It was
They were
perfect.
So easy, they were
Yeah.
so nice,
Yeah.
but like, some
Live and
people
learn
don't
first.
realize what it, you know,
Yeah.
it's not a.
Yeah.
And it's called a weed for a reason. I mean,
Yeah. But
it's,
weeds are.
it's
very-
hard to get rid
weeds
of
can
when
be
you want,
beautiful.
when it's growing where you don't want it, it's very hard to
Right,
get rid
because
of.
farmers' fields do not want that, because it comes too stocky and it's no good for the cattle,
Yeah.
or the, whatever, you
Makes
know,
sense,
so.
yeah.
You can't have, so farmers, I can see how farmers have to eradicate it from their fields,
Right.
but,
And boy, does it take over.
it does,
Oh,
and it,
God.
and it doesn't, it grows. In other words, I have some growing out of my grass and I wanted to save them. Well, you just can't dig it up. You have to dig and find the
The
whole
whole
rest
dry
of the
zone.
road, and it's this long for maybe, you know, so
Plus it,
that will come back.
plus it grows by seed. As soon as those
And
pods
grows by
go
seed also.
and the seeds
Right.
scatter,
We need
But the-
some on the other side too, and it could fill in the 3 beds. Because
I do
we're
have
at a
some seeds
loss.
I do have some little ones coming up, but,
Those
yeah.
morning glory flowers are nice right now.
Yeah, they are.
And then
Okay.
somebody said to me, you know, that they're invasive, but they look pretty,
Bindweed.
Yeah.
and-
What's the bindweed, yeah, it is.
but they look good, and if they're not bothering anything,
the bindweed and knotweed. We
Both.
could bindweed both.
Bindweed is the wild morning glory that,
Yeah,
when I was in college, they told us it was the most economically damaging weed in the country
what was it?
yeah.
for commercial agriculture.
Bindweed.
The bindweed or
morning glory.
wild morning glory,
The what?
the bindweed.
Bindweed, that the morning.
That is the morning
Wild-
glory.
Yeah. And it, you know, but like I said, it looks good out there, and if there's nothing else there and it's not bothering anything and it's in a contained area, which it is,
All right,
it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm done.
we'll protect your milkweed next time.
But
We'll protect it the next time.
Big sign, do not touch.
like I said, it's coming up now, some of it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we keep talking about doing some sort of pollinator stuff, this might be an opportunity. to do
Well,
some
this is
sort of
it, and I'm
pollinator
with
outreach.
it was 65, I call it 80, 65 Main,
Mhm.
which I'm hoping once we get, they really get the garden going in the back there, we can do the milkweed also there, so. Okay, I'm done.
Any other comments?
Quite a few flowers out front.
That's what they're talking
Yeah,
about.
it came up well.
Yeah.
The new planting you're talking about, right? Talking about sidewalk and stuff?
I'm talking about on this.
Talk
Right.
about
Oh,
the
it
invasive.
is.
All of the
Morning
potatoes,
glory.
you know, whatever it is.
That's.
Well, that's what we were talking about, it's like
Yeah.
wild morning glory, but right now, if nobody's planting anything else there, instead of looking at a pile of dirt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
keep
thought
that-
it looked kind of pretty.
keep that there, you know. Yeah.
It's
Leave it
called
alone,
morning
right.
glory. They are
Yeah,
pretty.
they are pretty right.
So,
Right.
so you kind of, well, they don't look that, bad, and then you realize they strangled everything.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, all right, well, the next meeting is Monday, July 15th, 2024, 7 PM at the Huntington Town Hall.
Yeah, where, right, wow. Oh, yeah.
Right on the bottom.
Yep, there it is.
Yay. All right, and if we don't have any other comments from anyone, it is, what, 7:52, and we will adjourn the meeting.
July 15th.
Thank you, everyone.